Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to Triple R Ryan's Real Reactions, and today we got a good one, a big one that you guys have been asking for at least a month and a half now, and that is the cross-examination with Camille Vasquez and Amber Heard. The title of this video is Camille Vasquez Cross-Examines Amber Heard in Her Rebuttal Case. This is from the Law&Crime Network YouTube channel. Here we go. Let's do it, everybody.
Ms. Heard, you just testified that this case has been very hard for you. So let's talk about that and why.
All right.
Your lies have been exposed to the world multiple times, right?
Coming out the gate hot, Camille.
I haven't lied about anything I've been here to say.
You sat here and told this jury that the events in Hicksville started with Mr. Depp getting really upset about a woman leaning on you. Is that correct?
Yes, that's effectively what happened, yeah.
You testified that he actually grabbed that woman's wrist and twisted it, right?
And told her that he could effectively break her wrist by saying he knew how many pounds of pressure, or asking her how many pounds of pressure it took to break a human wrist.
But your own witness, your former best friend, Rocky Pennington, she didn't corroborate that, did she?
I'm not quite sure what part of that night she saw. There were a lot of people there.
She didn't testify that Mr. Depp grabbed anyone's wrist in Hicksville.
Again, I don't know what Rocky saw. There were a lot of people there that night.
I do know that Rocky is, I believe that's Amber's best friend.
You testified that once you brought Mr. Depp back to your trailer, he trashed it, correct?
That is correct.
And the manager of the Hicksville trailer park was furious that Johnny had wrecked the whole thing. Do you remember that testimony?
That's correct.
Well, we heard from that manager of the Hicksville trailer park, Morgan Knight, on Monday, didn't we?
I know we've talked about it before, but God, I hate that she looks at the jury every time. It's just, it'll always make me mad. She'll always just go, that is correct. Oh, why does that irritate me so much? I don't know. It probably shouldn't. And it feels over dramatic, but it's just a little, you know, the little things sometimes, it irks you. It's giving me the ick.
I'm not quite sure who that guy was or if he had any involvement in this. I know a lot of people have come out of the woodwork to be involved.
So you're accusing Mr. Knight of testifying and committing perjury?
I'm not accusing anyone. I just don't recognize that man.
I'm sorry to that man. I don't know who you are. I wouldn't recognize him if he walked by.
You heard Mr. Knight testify that it was actually you who was upset with Mr. Depp spending time away from him. Isn't that correct?
Ooh.
How would he know? He wasn't there.
You heard Mr. Knight testify that it was actually you who was yelling at Mr. Depp.
Again, I've heard a lot of people say a lot of things to be involved in the Johnny Depp show, but
the Johnny Depp show. I love when Camille laughs because she knows that she's catching her in a lie. So obviously Amber saying Johnny did this, Johnny did that. This guy was so furious at Johnny, and then the opposite happens, and he says, "No, I was actually mad at you." It's almost like this is almost like a as formal of an argument as you can have between these two here.
He doesn't know, and he certainly doesn't know what happened behind closed doors.
And as always, Camille is always one step ahead of everything Amber's about to say. That's why I always look out for that Camille smirk. You know, it's like when you're winning an argument and somebody messes up a word and you just go, oh, you look dumb now.
Like most people.
So you're calling Mr. Knight a liar?
Ooh.
I am saying he wasn't there, and what he testified to doesn't match what I know happened. But I don't fault him. He wasn't there, so how would he know?
He testified he was there, Ms. Heard. Did you hear that?
That's his testimony, yes.
So you're calling him a liar?
I'm just saying he wasn't there.
Wait, this is already insane. We're 2 minutes in. This is so good.
You heard Mr. Knight testify that the trailer wasn't trashed, and that's why you're calling him a liar.
Ooh.
He testified that a light fixture was broken, similar to the way that
other than a light fixture, that was the only thing that was broken, right, Ms. Heard?
Look at this. Look at this. This is a legit argument, but it's like in court. Also, a light fixture being broken, Ms. Heard, is not a trailer being trashed. A trailer being trashed would be everything's flipped over and the dishes are broken and everything's, you know, broken on the ground.
Things
Ms.
like
Heard,
that.
the only thing that was broken in the trailer, according to Mr. Knight, was a light fixture. Yes or no?
I realized that he summed it up by saying a
She needs to just learn a yes and a no.
light fixture was broken.
What did you have peanut butter and jelly yesterday? Looking back at it, I did have some sort of bread and I did have some sort of substance that could be similar to peanut butter, but once again, I'm not really sure to you guys. You know, the jelly could have been also jam. It's like, Amber, just say yes or no.
The way his security guard summed up him trashing my closet as being rearranged.
Your Honor, I'm going to move to strike everything after he summed it up that it was a light fixture as non-responsive.
She answered the question, Your Honor.
Overruled.
In the security guard testimony, Your Honor?
I'll allow it. Go ahead.
Mr. Knight also testified that he charged Mr. Depp only $62 for the damaged light fixture. You heard that, correct?
Absolutely trashed. $62.
I did.
In Hicksville, you were the only one that was jealous that Mr. Depp was spending time from other people. Isn't that correct, Ms. Heard?
That is incorrect.
In Hicksville, you were the one who was upset that Mr. Depp wasn't giving you enough attention.
Incorrect again.
Ms. Heard, you told this jury that you had no idea the press was going to be at the courthouse when you got your TRO on May 27th, 2016. Do you remember that testimony?
I said I did not have anything to do with it. Yes.
No. My question again.
Yes? No. God, it's so hard for me not to just watch like 50 of these videos in a row. I try to space everything out. I don't want to just, do too much too quick and then everybody just stop watching and stuff. But like, man. God, I love Camille.
You told this jury that you had no idea that the press was going to be outside after you got the ex-party TRO on May 27th, 2016. Do you remember that testimony?
I apologize. I must have misunderstood Ms. Vasquez. I actually had no idea whether they were going to be there or not. When I walked into the courtroom that day, it was completely quiet, still, empty. Even though I had given Johnny's team notice that I was filing the
Objection.
TRO,
Your Honor, this is not
we had
responsive.
no reason to
Move to
believe the
strike.
press knew.
And Your Honor, I would also ask that you instruct the witness to please stop talking once I lodge an objection.
Your Honor.
Feisty Camille. Hey, shut up. That's the court way of saying shut up.
She's trying to answer the question as best she can, and Ms. Vasquez is misrepresenting to her what she testified to.
Well, I'll strike the last part as non-responsive.
There we
just
go.
So you can answer the questions asked. Okay, thank you.
That's the thing is Amber does this thing where like she gets asked a question and she's quote unquote answering the question, but she's not answering anything. She's not giving. She's just blabbing and just spewing, just verbal venom. None of it makes any sense. These are simple questions that deserve simple answers, not it's like when you're in high school and you got to finish an essay and you just start off the essay with, I am so happy to report that in today's paper, I will be writing about the subject, where you're just bullshitting just to get some words in there to meet the word limit. It's like Amber Heard is just trying to meet the word limit so she can confuse people, and especially the jury, to think that they don't realize that she's lying. Or that Camille won't catch up on her lies. It's just,
Ms. Heard.
In fact, you testified that you were, quote, shocked when you saw press when you were leaving the courthouse. Yes?
Yes.
You
not
weren't
shocked
shocked
with
at all,
TMZ
though, were
when
you?
you contacted them.
Incorrect. It was
You knew the press
horrifying.
would be at the courthouse, right, Ms.
Yes.
Heard?
No.
No.
Well, you did bring your publicist to the courthouse with you on May 27th, 2016, didn't you?
I sure did. I'm a public figure. I brought my publicist in case it blew up. In case.
You actually
I
had
did.
alerted TMZ that you would be filing a TRO against Mr. Depp that very
No,
day,
I did
didn't
not.
you?
No, I did
The
not.
one day you didn't bother to wear makeup to cover up the mark on your face.
And what's great is we ended up hearing, obviously in the future with the former TMZ reporter, that they definitely let them know that they were going to be there. This is all premeditated, obviously.
I did not call TMZ or any other news source or paparazzi source. No one.
And here's what I think about this. And I'm sorry I'm pausing a lot here, but I just have so much to say. I think that she believes, because she probably didn't call. Somebody in her team called. So then she can, in her heart, say, I never called. I'm under oath saying this. I never said. Somebody close to her did.
I
Well, we
never
heard
did that.
testimony from former TMZ employee Morgan Tremaine yesterday,
There
correct?
it is.
Did I hear his testimony?
Yes.
Yes, I was here.
Yes. And you heard Mr. Tremaine's testimony that he knew to dispatch the paparazzi to the courthouse on May 27th, right?
I heard him say that he knew that, yes.
Yeah, and that he dispatched paparazzi to the courthouse to capture a picture of an alleged bruise on the right side of your face. Do you remember him saying that?
I remember him saying that.
I love that they always have to say alleged because no one ever really saw the bruise.
That information must have come from your team, right, Ms. Heard?
Correct.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Why would I want that? What actual survivor of domestic violence wants that?
Now, the video of Mr. Depp beating up some kitchen cabinets, you admit that you took that video, correct?
Yes, I did.
Beating up some kitchen cabinets.
Right. And you acknowledge that the video was released online the day before you were deposed in connection with your divorce from Mr. Depp in August of 2016, right?
I believe it was, yes.
But you testified that you had absolutely nothing to do with the video's release, right?
Absolutely not.
And you testified that you learned about it when you landed after flying into LA. Do you remember that testimony?
Upon touchdown is when I was alerted to the video's
You
existence
heard Mr.
online.
Tremaine testify that about this video as well yesterday, didn't you?
Yes, I did.
And you heard Mr. Tremaine testify that TMZ received the cabinet video the same day you landed at LAX.
And that video was altered. Who else would be altering videos like that if it wasn't from the team of the person who wants to make Johnny Depp and his team look bad? Come on, let's be real.
Yes?
I don't know if that's what his testimony was. I'm sorry.
You heard Mr. Tremaine testify that the cabinet video was posted 15 minutes after TMZ received it. Yes?
Wow.
That's what I heard him say.
And that this could only have been possible if the video was received directly from the source.
Let's go, Camille.
Yes?
I heard him say that. I don't know if that's true or if that's possible because
And
it
you
didn't
heard
come from me. I was
Mr.
flying.
Tremaine
So
testify.
I know that's incorrect is what I mean to say.
Another liar on the
Everybody, I love that.
stand.
Everybody's under oath and everyone's lying, according to Amber. I love how she said that. Another liar on the stand?
Just know that that's incorrect.
That was so funny.
And you heard Mr. Tremaine testify that
That's
TMZ
so
owns
funny.
the copyright to the cabinet video, right?
That's news to me.
The cabinet video you filmed of your then husband. Yes?
The copyright ownership of that is news to me. I learned that yesterday.
It's the cabinet video that you captured of your then husband. Yes?
That is correct. I did capture that video, and
The
yes,
cabinet
that was my
video-
husband.
The same cabinet video that was released the night before you were deposed in your divorce. Yes?
That's correct.
You must have also heard Mr. Tremaine testify that the version of the cabinet video that TMZ received was incomplete compared to the video the jury saw in this trial. Did you hear that?
I think Miss Heard must have misheard that one. It's always the hard-hitting questions and the ones where she's obviously lying and has to buy time, where suddenly she doesn't have a clapback. But to everything else, Amber has such a witty, long-formed answer.
The video that the jury...
But then, the video, well, I did it, you know, it's so funny, guys. I love it. You guys have all probably seen this a million times. This is my first time, which I think is exciting for everyone to always watch these with me. But my God, Amber, you need to take some lying classes. I don't know if that exists, but we need to enroll Amber Heard in some lying 101.
that you have seen is complete.
Right. But the one TMZ got the day before your
Was
deposition, your
altered.
divorce, was incomplete.
I don't know. I haven't seen it.
He testified that at the beginning portion of the video where you set up the camera, that wasn't included in the video that TMZ received.
I don't know what video TMZ
I'm talking
received.
about Mr. Tremaine's testimony, Ms. Heard. Let's just
You're
focus on
asking me to
Mr.
repeat
Tremaine.
his testimony?
No, I'm asking you if you recall hearing him say those words to this jury.
That's such what a snarky thing. So you want me to repeat his testimony? Of course not. Of course that's not what she's asking you, Amber. Like, that's such a stupid thing. Yes, recite his entire testimony from heart. Like, come on, dude. God, she's so snarky.
Yes, I heard his testimony. We all did.
And he testified that the end of the video where you can be seen smirking. I know you testified earlier that you haven't been smirking in this trial, but you sure were caught on camera smirking in that video.
I disagree with that.
Was also not included in the TMZ video.
Everyone can watch that video and you can determine whether you think it's funny to me or not.
That's because the video came from you, right, Ms. Heard?
No, it did not.
You
That
edited
video
out
did
the
not come to me.
portions.
I mean,
Heard.
come from me.
This is so
Heard.
good. This is
You
so
edited
good.
out the portions that made you look bad
Yes.
before sending it to TMC.
Yes. Absolutely yes. And once again, this is how I think Amber Heard tries to quote unquote sleep at night. Do I think Amber was maybe doing the editing on her own? No. Do I think she was the one that was sending it to TMZ? No. Did she tell someone to do that? Yes. This is her way of trying to be able to sleep at night and be like, well, I never did it. Of course you didn't. Someone else did. Your friend, with people on your team, somebody did. It doesn't just miraculously happen. That's just not how it works. We're not stupid.
You're very wrong about that.
So that
if I
only
wanted to
Mr.
leak
Depp
information, I
looked
could have
bad.
done it in a more effective way, a lot sooner and a lot more.
Because you
I
knew
was
exactly
living
how to
with
do
a
that,
mountain
right?
of this evidence. If I wanted to leak it, I could have done a lot more with it.
I thought you testified earlier in this trial that you didn't know how to leak things.
I don't.
You edited that video before you gave it to
If I wanted to edit or leak something, I could have done it so much better. But you said you don't know how to leak something. I don't. That'd be like me saying, if I wanted to build a house, instead of just buying one, I could make a house. And then they'd be like, yeah, but didn't you just say you don't know how to build a house? Well yeah, but I don't. But I could do it. Yeah, I would sound like an idiot if I said that.
TMZ so that only Mr. Depp would look bad. Yes?
That's absurd.
Right in the middle of your divorce proceedings.
That's absurd.
Again, you're very wrong.
Man, this is incredible.
I'd like to show you a picture that's already admitted into evidence. It's Defendant's Exhibit 799. This is you at the
What has she got in there? What kind of liquid is that?
courthouse on May 27th, 2016, when you got your domestic violence restraining order against Mr. Depp, right?
It is.
And next to you is a woman named Jody Gottlieb, right?
Yes, yes.
Oh, is that the reported bruise? It might be the first time I've actually seen that.
Jody Gottlieb is your publicist.
And dear friend.
Now,
She didn't ask you if Jody was your dear friend. She said, is she your publicist? It's so funny how she tries to humanize everything.
I'd like to show you what's been marked as Plaintiff's Exhibit 1316.
What do you think of this image of a black screen?
This is a picture of you and your friend Rocky Pennington, right?
That is correct.
It is?
Your Honor, I'd like to move to admit this photograph.
Any objection to 1316?
No, Your Honor.
All right, 1316
Is that look? Who's this? Looks like an older Dua Lipa.
in evidence. You can publish to the jury.
There
This
it
is
is.
a picture of you on May 28th, 2016, right, Ms. Heard?
I don't know when this was taken.
This is the day after you obtained the domestic violence restraining order against Mr. Depp, right?
She's looking pretty damn happy.
I have no idea when this image was taken. I did not take it.
There's no bruise on your face in this picture, is there?
Again, I don't know when this was taken, and also I'm outside. I was obviously wearing makeup. I have no idea when this was taken, so I have no idea if I can
Let's
speak to
refresh your
what
recollection.
bruise you can.
Let's refresh your recollection.
Let's
or not.
refresh your recollection about when this picture was taken. Can we please pull up
This is
Plaintiff's
incredible.
Exhibit
This is so
1315,
good.
just for the witness?
Oh, this is so funny.
This is an article dated May 30th, 2016, right, Ms. Heard?
That's what it says, yes.
And this article contains the same photograph of you and Ms. Pennington we were just looking at, yes?
Yes, I see that.
And the article is entitled, Amber Heard Smiles as She Puts Arm Around Friend One Day After Getting Restraining Order Against Johnny Depp. Is that what the title says?
I know that's what the title says, yes.
Your Honor, I'm going to move to admit and publish the article with everything but the headline and
I tell you what, man, this mysterious bruise thing is just so insane. It's like the bruise was there for one day perfectly when people were there and press were there, but then wasn't there for so many other witnesses and doctors and friends, and it's just like, come on. And once again, the stuff that makes me mad about this case and this whole trial is I know people that have been and gone through domestic DV, right? And I'm sure some of you have. And that's why it breaks my heart when people lie about it. It breaks my heart because then it makes it harder for other people's stories to be believed. Every time something like this happens, it does an incredible amount of disjustice for the people who are actually going through that, who then have to be met with, yeah, but how is this? How do you know this isn't just another Amber Heard, right? And that sucks. And that's not the way it should be. But that's just the way it is. Because of people like this who get caught in a big lie and have to do their best to swim their way out of it, but they don't have their swimming floaties on. And this is what happens.
Date and the photo redacted.
Objection, Your Honor. That's inconsistent from the way you've treated all of these.
I'll sustain the objection. All right, next question.
Let's take a look at picture Plaintiff's Exhibit 1317. This is also a picture of you and Ms. Pennington on May 28th, 2016, isn't it?
I don't know when this photo was taken, but it looks like the same outing as the picture prior.
Your Honor, I'm going to move to admit and publish Plaintiff's Exhibit 1317.
Any objection?
No, Your
All
Honor.
right, 1317 in evidence, you can publish.
There's no bruise on your face in this picture either, right?
Doesn't look like it, I'll tell you that much. And here's the thing. I know that you can say, like, oh, makeup and this. I get makeup, right? I understand it. But swelling and just pain that you'd be in if your face had a giant bruise, even just doing this or this, or that would hurt, right? And I think that's what they're trying to go at here. It's like, not only do you not see a bruise, but you look real joyous. And not saying you can't be happy, but there is a time and a place.
I disagree. If it is taken when you represent it was taken, then obviously
she's on oath.
there's a bruise on my face. It's covered by makeup as per usual.
Let's zoom out of that picture for a moment, please. Thanks, Tom. That's Josh Drew in this picture, right?
Yes, that's correct.
And Ms. Pennington
That is correct.
in there too? Ms.
That is
Pennington
correct.
submitted a sworn statement on your behalf in support of your domestic violence restraining order, didn't she?
I believe she did, yes.
Mr. Drew also submitted a statement in support of your domestic violence restraining order.
I believe they both did, yes.
I love how she answers that. Not just yes. I believe so. You know. Like, stop it. You know. Stop with the I believe. I believe so. I believe so to me means I am not 100% certain. Hey, do you have any honey in your cabinet? I believe so. That's a way to be like, maybe not. Just in case you get mad at me later, I say, hey, I believe so. I didn't say yes.
Mr. Hurd, I'd like to show you Defendant's Exhibit 512, which is already in evidence.
Oh, we're talking to Johnny now.
You've seen this photograph before, right?
I have.
On the second day of your direct testimony, you testified that this was taken in the downstairs of the main apartment on December 15th, 2015. Do you recall that testimony?
Yes, I believe so.
God, but I believe so.
So it's your testimony that Defendant's Exhibit 512 reflects damage to Penthouse 5 that occurred during the December 15th, 2015 incident, yes?
I'm not quite sure from what incident this is when I see this photo in a vacuum without context.
Let's give you that context.
I was about to say it, and she said it before I could. She's so funny, bro. Camille's the best. Let's give you that context. Once again, have you ever heard Camille stutter once? No. No, you haven't, because it doesn't exist. Also, we are exactly halfway through the video. You guys know I love my little halftime show checkups here. Unfortunately, I'm not like Beyonce. I'm not going to sing. But I'm going to thank you for always being here every single time. I will do this forever because you deserve thanks for being here. Like the video if you haven't. There's no like goal or anything. I don't want to give like goals unless I, feel like I need to. We'll obviously be diving more into this case. But hey, if you're enjoying this, give it a like. Subscribe to the channel. Once again, always look to see if you're subscribed or not. Turn on the notifications set to show all so you do not miss a single upload. So I don't have to feel sad if you just randomly disappear. It wouldn't be your fault. It'd be YouTube's. And I'm not even going to tell you to comment because you already do. You guys are great at it. I don't have to say anything. Sometimes I'll do those fun comment prompts at the end of videos, the long ones. But not needed here. That's all. Thank you. Love you. Appreciate you. Your time is money, and it means a lot to me.
Can we please, thanks, if I could have day 16 trial testimony?
Let's refresh that memory, Amber.
Your Honor, may we approach?
All right.
Starting on
Just skipping the parts where there's no audio, because, well, what's the point?
specifically on starting on line 16, where it says, let's talk about December 15th, 2015.
You said 4585. I'm on 4485. Sorry, you said 4585.
4585.
Pardon.
Line 16.
Even like she said 4585, like she's talking to a kid. My God, it's unbelievably quiet. If anyone, somebody in the audience has to cough so bad right now, but they are holding it in, especially because this is during the pandemic. Oh, I just remember coughing in public during the pandemic was like you were about to be condemned.
Line 16, where it says, let's talk about December 15th, 2015. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. And then do you see that your testimony about December 15th, 2015 follows?
Let's see. It's just the first
She's
one.
refreshing your memory, Amber.
Yes.
Okay. Now I'd like you to turn to page 4603. Starting at line 12. 4603. Starting at line 12 and going on to page 4604, line 4.
This reminds me of my teacher always calling on me to read, like,
Okay.
And do you see that you
and I would panic.
testify that Defendant's Exhibit 512, which is on the screen,
Yes,
is a picture of the downstairs of the main apartment?
that's correct.
And the main apartment is Penthouse 5 in the Eastern Columbia building, right?
No, well, depends on what. The main apartment's penthouse 3 generally when we say main apartment.
Penthouse 5 was where you had your closet?
The downstairs.
That is just some rich people things. Which apartment? The penthouse or the main penthouse or the closet penthouse?
Upstairs is kind of like had some of my painting studio set up and a reception area. Upstairs was the closet. Mezzanine office was in between.
All right, so it's your testimony that Defendant's Exhibit 512 reflects damage to the penthouse, Penthouse 5, that occurred during the December 15th, 2015 incident, right?
I'm just not sure from which incident this is a picture of, since I'm only looking at
Even
a
though your
partial
counsel
floor.
was asking you questions about December 15th, 2015, and then admitted this picture into evidence
Again,
in
in my
relation to that incident.
Sorry, go ahead.
In relation to that incident on December 15th, 2015. This exhibit, Defendant's Exhibit, you are the defendant, number 512, was
Camille has to keep talking to her like she is a child. She's like, is it not clocking to you? Like it's Justin Bieber. What are you not getting, Amber? You're the one this is your thing. This is supposed to be your evidence and your testimony. It's like, I love it. She says, you are the defendant. Do you know where you are? Do you know who you are?
admitted into evidence in this court. You testified that this was the result of damage that occurred on December 15th, 2015.
Get
yes
her.
or no?
I just need to orient myself because
Oh
I'm
my
just looking at a
God.
picture of a partial
No,
picture of a
Ms. Hurd,
floor,
you didn't just
so
look
I
at a
can't.
picture. You looked at your testimony.
You pointed me towards the page and then
Yeah, you just read your exact words, Amber.
asked me a question. I
Oh
haven't
my
actually
God,
reviewed
bro.
it. I don't know if this was submitted in relation to that.
This is a
incident.
brutal. This is brutal.
Pull up, let's actually leave up Defendant's 512 and please pull up Defendant's Exhibit 725.
This is like a master class of what not to do as a defendant and what to do as a lawyer. It's a master class from Camille and a disaster class. How about that from Amber right now?
Which is already in evidence
Thank you.
in redacted form, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. You can publish.
just side by side. You've seen this photograph as well, right?
I have.
On the third day of your direct testimony, you testified that this photograph reflected spilled wine in Penthouse 5 on May 21st, 2016, didn't you?
Again, I don't know because I'm looking at a partial picture of a floor. So unless you remove the metadata you've covered up, we could then tell. If you
I didn't cover it up, Your Honor.
Could we unredact
Your Honor
them so we could get context?
That's how it's in evidence.
That's how
All
it's in
right.
evidence.
Next.
Well, the metadata next to it is so that
Ms.
to
Hurd,
avoid this
Ms.
sort of
Hurd,
confusion.
there is no question pending, and I would appreciate it if you wouldn't be making argument to the jury.
Sorry, I
It's
thought you had
inappropriate.
asked me about it.
No, I didn't ask you about anything. Let's look at your direct testimony from the third day.
Like, no, I didn't ask you about it. Just the way you said that was so funny. Oh, Lord have mercy, guys. Lord have mercy.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Thank you.
Let's turn to page 4750 in day
Does
17
that mean there's 4,700 pages? Or am I just reading? Like, is that real?
transcript.
That's like, they're like reading an encyclopedia.
Sorry, can you repeat that?
4750. Place on May 21st. Do you see where Ms. Bredehoff asked you to describe for the jury what took place on May 21st, 2016?
I see that.
And do you
I see that.
see that your testimony is reflected about May 21, 2015?
Yes.
That follows? Okay.
Yes.
Now let's turn to page 4804. At line 14. 4804.
Also, I wanted to say
Sorry.
somebody left a comment saying that, like, oh, they fall asleep watching my videos, and then somebody replied and said, like, no, that's like backhanded. And I wanted to say, no, it's not. Somebody falling asleep to watching your content is like the ultimate, like, praise, in my opinion, because I there are certain videos I watch to fall asleep at night, and those are only channels I really enjoy and channels that can kind of relax me but also entertain my brain a little bit, give me something to think about. So anybody that does watch some of these, whether you're doing laundry or you're in the car or you're on a walk or you're going to bed or anything, I just know that it's cool and I appreciate that. And it's that's how I watch videos like this myself. So to hear people say that is awesome, and it makes me feel really good. So I don't think anything like that is backhanded in any way, shape, or form. I think that it's a high compliment. Really, I really do.
At line 14
Yes.
through 4805, line 4.
Going to what line?
Line 4 at 48.
Let's get it together, Amber.
Do you see that you're testifying that defendant's exhibit 725, which is reflected on the right side, reflects spilled wine on the floor in Penthouse 5?
That's correct.
Okay, and defendant's exhibit 512 and 725 seem to be different versions of the same picture, don't they?
That's correct.
Okay, so which is it? Which one was taken on December 15th, 2015, or May 21st, 2016?
If you remove the redacted metadata, you can find out.
Oh my gosh, this is unbearable. She keeps Amber keeps thinking she's cooking. It's like it's not. She is asking you this to see if you can even recall the stuff that you submitted as evidence. They can obviously go back and find that. It's to see if you can figure it out, since it's your evidence. This is guys. Oh my gosh. I know you guys said it gets worse, and I know there's way more. I know we could watch literally 10,000 hours of this case. And once again, I've said it before, I'm not amazing with everything being in order. There's just some days I feel like watching something, and I think that's fair, right? And just some days I'm like, I want to watch this. And most of you guys are cool with that. I know some of you are like, Ryan, please, you got to watch this first and this first. And I get that. But I don't know, man. Just blame my ADD. Sometimes I'm just excited to watch certain things and something pops up. But my God, this is the worst I've seen yet. And I've watched, I feel like I'm really understanding the trial now. I've been if you've been realizing it, every Tuesday I've been coming out with a Depp Heard trial video. This is the worst I've seen. This is the worst I've seen. This is unbelievably bad.
It's right there.
Or if you're telling the truth, you would know.
Thank you.
Recognize a portion of a spilled wine on a floor, and I'm supposed to know off the top of my head when you've
No.
lived through 5 years of this stuff? I don't think so. That's not how that works.
Jesus. What a
Thank
brat.
you, Tom.
What a brat. What a bratty answer.
Ms. Heard, at the beginning of your cross-examination
Your
last
Honor, may
week,
we approach?
Yes.
Words or no phrases, no. All right, ladies and gentlemen in the gallery, I would ask that there be no words or no phrases, no words, no sounds at all coming from you. If I hear one more sound, I will clear the gallery and we will continue this testimony without anybody in the courtroom.
Oh my God, that's so scary. Once again, oh my God, if you have to call for sneeze after hearing that, I would be in shambles.
Understood? Good. All right, your next question.
Ms. Heard, at the beginning of your cross-examination last week, I showed you an audio where you told Mr. Depp to tell the jury, tell the judge, tell the world that he is a victim of domestic abuse. Do you remember that?
That's correct.
And you testified you found it hard to believe that Mr. Depp would tell the world that he's a victim of domestic abuse, didn't you?
I said I find it hard to believe that he would do that knowing that he himself had beat me up for 5 years.
Oh my God.
But he has told the world that he's your victim.
Even just the way that she phrased that he's beat me up for 5 years, like Johnny Depp was waking up every day and just pummeling Amber Heard.
Of domestic abuse, hasn't he?
Well, he started to say that only recently. He didn't make that claim up until very recently. So when we signed our divorce agreement and we signed a statement saying that neither party had ever said false claims for financial gain, it was relevant and important to me because I was the only one making the accusations. I was the only one making those claims. He wasn't doing that at the time, and he signed his name to it.
You didn't expect as many people to show up and testify on his behalf that did you?
Absolutely not.
Incorrect.
She's of course going to say incorrect. She definitely did not expect that.
When you told
And I bet you she also didn't expect all of Johnny's witnesses and people on the stand to be so damn good. Everybody that has testified against Amber and for Johnny so far has been eloquent, has been well-spoken, has been well-mannered. And then anything I've watched for Amber and her team has been absolutely awful. Awful.
this jury under oath that you never assaulted, actually, strike that. Sorry. When you told this jury under oath that you punched Mr. Depp because you thought of Mr. Depp pushing Kate Moss down the stairs, you didn't expect Miss Moss to agree to testify that never happened.
Kate Moss testified?
Did you?
Incorrect. I know how many people will come out of the woodwork to be in support of Johnny.
So
It
you
is
think
clear
Ms.
by this
Moss
courtroom
needs
how
to
many
come
people
out
will
of the
do that.
woodwork to testify for Mr. Depp?
Not good phrasing.
Everybody who was around in the 90s and the early aughts knew that rumor. I had heard that rumor from multiple people. Of course, that's what flashed through my head when my violent husband not only swung for me, but all of a sudden swung for my sister. Of course I thought of that.
My violent husband.
I did not expect her to show up or not expect her to show up. It didn't matter. It doesn't change what I believed at the time when we were on the stairs and I thought he was going to kill my sister by pushing her down the stairs.
You told this jury under oath that Mr. Depp was aggressive and
You could tell I'm not angry. I mean, I'm not lying, guys, because I'm angry now.
trashed a trailer in Hicksville. You didn't expect the manager of the Hicksville property, Morgan Knight, to come forward and testify that was untrue, did you?
Woo!
Incorrect. I've already been through trials with this man. I know how many people will come out in support of him.
See, basically, this is her, in my opinion, saying, I know that people are going to come out and lie under oath for Johnny. He's Johnny Depp. I'm aware of that. If you lie under oath and are caught, you can get in a lot of trouble, Amber. It's a big deal to do that. It's a big deal to testify. They don't have to.
Told this jury under oath that you had no idea that the paparazzi would be at the courthouse on May 27th, 2016. You didn't expect a TMZ employee to show up to testify that TMZ had been alerted that you would be at the courthouse and knew exactly which side of your face to take a picture of. Did you?
I know how many people will come out and say whatever
Oh my
for him.
gosh. Yeah, I'm going crazy. I know how many people are going to come out. Oh yeah, you know that the TMZ reporter that Johnny Depp has no interaction with and doesn't know at all. Really? Yeah, Johnny's working with the paparazzi. Oh my gosh, that your team worked with? Like, get out of here. You did not expect that. You did not expect that. Good God almighty.
That's his power. That's why I wrote the op-ed.
Oh.
Because I was speaking to that phenomenon. How many people will come out in support of him?
She tried to get ahead of it is what she did. She tried to get ahead of it and say, see, I told you so. Nope.
Will fall to his power. He is a very powerful man, and people love currying favor with powerful men.
Currying
and I know
favor
that
and
firsthand. I've
risking
lived
jail
it.
time for committing
Uh-oh, something's going on in the background.
perjury.
Excuse me? I didn't hear your question.
You didn't hear
Excuse
my
me?
question?
Ms. Vasquez, if you do mind,
Curry-
please just repeat the question. I didn't hear you.
Curry favor and commit perjury in this courtroom
I have
for
seen
a
people
powerful
do this.
man?
I have seen people do this time and time again. That's why I wrote the op-ed.
You didn't expect Ben King, the house manager in Australia, to show up from England. He flew from England to testify that Mr. Depp's fingertip was found exactly where he said it
I
would
need to get into this fingertip thing. And I need to get into the bed, the poop in the bed thing. I need to get to some of those soon.
be. Did you?
I have never heard Johnny testify to knowing where his finger was, or really, frankly, making a claim that he knew where it was when it was found. I've never heard Johnny claim that.
You didn't expect
Johnny
Keenan
doesn't-
Wyatt.
Johnny has never
Ms.
actually
Heard.
said that.
Ms. Heard.
And
I think the
Ben
jury
King,
can.
yes.
Ms. Heard, there's no question pending.
Ooh! Oh my God. Oh my God. She just KO'd her. Just the fluttering of the eyes.
You didn't expect Keenan Wyatt, Mr. Depp's
Oh, my
longtime
Lord,
sound
guys,
technician,
this
to
is
show up and testify. That
Wait, I think I just want to watch this video over and over again for a year. I'm sorry. This is going to be the channel now. I think this is the channel now. I'm just going to watch this video every week. This is the greatest video I've ever watched.
Mr. Depp is not being fed lines through his earpieces, but
See
instead
that eye roll too?
Did you?
Like the
Not that it matters much, but of course I did. I know how his employees treat him.
So you
I know how
probably-
his team treats him. Of course I expected that.
Okay,
Oh my
so you
gosh.
probably expected Isaac Baruch to come and testify for Mr. Depp, right?
uh-oh. Think
I'm
about
not
that
sure I
one.
thought about that.
Yeah. But you didn't expect Mr. Baruch to weep for Mr. Depp after what you've put him through.
And what was great about Isaac was the fact that he didn't just crap on Amber. And I think that's what made him such a good witness. He didn't go up there and immediately just talk crap about Amber and say she was the worst person ever. He talked about how good she was and how nice she was and how much he liked her until that moment that everything changed. And I think that's why Isaac, in my opinion so far, was probably my favorite witness. I know I have a lot more to go, but just the way he was so human about it, it was so hard not to believe, right? How could you not believe that? How could you not trust that guy?
And so many others with your lies.
I
did you?
relate to Isaac because he and I are
There's
the
no
only
further
ones who
questions, Your
cried on this.
Nothing further.
All right.
Camille.
Redirect.
Oh my God, Camille. This is this is the best ever. That was insane. Amber has to feel so stupid. And Camille just walks off. I have no further questions. Oh my God. Oh my God. This is incredible. I'm filming this at like 10:30 a.m. on a Monday. I think I might go run a mile. This has me so amped up just from how exciting this was. I might go run. And I hate running. Camille Vasquez makes me want to do cardio.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ms. Heard, if Mr. Baruch felt misled, who misled him?
Johnny, and I don't blame him. I don't blame him from crying. This is horrible.
Ms. Vasquez has suggested that you faked bruises on your face. Is that true?
Absolutely not. I didn't need.
Wow. Unbelievable. That was a 10 out of 10 video. That was a 10 out of 10 video. If you made it to the end, please like this video. If you didn't get entertainment out of this one with me, I don't know what to tell you. Oh my goodness. And as always, I know there's probably like a 9-hour extended cut in this and this and this, and I can watch this. I'm gonna get to things. A little bit of a wacky order. We're gonna get there, guys. It's all for fun. You know what I'm saying? Thank you, everybody, for being here at the end. You are the real ones. Thank you for turning on notifications. If you subscribed, thank you for subscribing. And I hope to see you soon. I post on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. I will usually around 5 o'clock, if you noticed. I don't make it 5 because some days it might be a little late or early, but usually 5 o'clock. I don't want to say that as my schedule because I don't want you to be like, Ryan, it's 5:10 or it's 4. But usually Tuesday, Thursday, Sunday, 5 o'clock, you're usually going to get a video from me. I don't miss days. I'm just saying sometimes it might be an hour early or an hour late, depending on the day. But that's it for me here. Thanks for watching Triple R Ryan's Raw Reactions. I'll see you very soon. Peace out.